Good night, Cricket Rockstar Nation. This is episode number 46 of the Cricket Rockstar Show. You don't know, it's yours truly, Tyrelle Audain, your handsome Cricket Rockstar. Hump day, middle of the week. Let's just get on with it. We have a ton of cricket to unpack, from the IPL to the CWI 4-Day Championship and the CPL, because apparently St Vincent and the Grenadines will be hosting CPL games for the first time this year. So folks, earlier today, the Royal Challengers Bengaluru dismantled the Lucknow Super Giants by 5 wickets, and with that victory, they now officially jump to the number 1 spot on the points table. Super Giants batted first and never really got going as they perished for 146, which happens to be the lowest first innings total we've seen so far in this year's IPL campaign. Mitchell Marsh, he fought the lonely hand with 40 runs, and Mukul Choudhary, the hero in the game against Kolkata Knight Riders a few nights back, or should I say several nights back, chipped in with a useful 39, but the RCB bowlers were too hot to handle. What I mean by that is because this youngster from Jammu and Kashmir, Salam, he was the star of the show with career best figures of 4 wickets for 34, and was backed up beautifully by former Indian veteran seam bowler Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, who has been out of the international circuit for like the last 3-4 years now. He grabbed figures of 3 wickets for 15. Chasing 147 for victory, Virat Kohli, who did not start due to a minor niggle, came on as an impact substitute, and he was the difference between a victory and another defeat. He top scored with a classy 49 and was also had the support from his captain Rajiv Patidar, who continues to be in sublime form. He added a solid 27, and despite the double strike late from Super Giants bowler Prince Yadav, RCB cruised home with nearly 5 overs to spare. Quite comfortably, you must say. Tomorrow, the Wankhede Stadium plays host to the Mumbai Indians' next home game against the Punjab Kings. Punjab still undefeated this season and sitting comfortably second on the table, while the Mumbai Indians are languishing at 9th position. They have lost 3 matches in a row as their bowling unit has been leaking runs, and word on the ground is that Rohit Sharma might not start in the match due to injury, but there is a possibility he could come in as an impact substitute if needed. While on the other hand, the Punjab Kings have Priyash Iyer, who has been striking brilliantly over 260 this season. He's going to be the difference at the Wankhede Stadium because apparently, according to what the curators have been saying, there is expected to be true bounce on the wicket. And for Mumbai Indians to win, they'll need their star-studded player Jasprit Bumrah to come to the party. Kind of lately though, or should I say of late, he has been struggling to take wickets. He's been wicketless, but his economy rate has been excellent, no doubt about it. And for MI to get back to winning ways, he's going to be the man that is going to have to break the Punjab Kings winning streak. So far, RCB and Rajasthan Royals winning streak are gone. Can MI break Punjab Kings winning streak? We'll soon know. With regards to the head-to-head, it's 17 all, 17 wins apiece for both MI and Punjab. And one thing is for sure, the Wankhede is a venue known for teams batting second. And surprisingly, not only that, teams who have batted second have gone on to win the game most of the time. So I will not be surprised whoever wins the toss tomorrow and opts to bat second get their wish. So moving away from India all the way back to the Caribbean, or should I say Antigua and Barbuda, that's where the regional 4-day championship is happening happening all across Antigua and Barbuda. It's only happening at one island this year due to all sorts of rubbish, which I will not go into because we don't have time for that foolishness tonight. But one thing is for sure, the first round of matches are done and dusted. Trinidad and Tobago Red Force humiliated the home team, the Windward Islands Hurricanes, in their backyard by an innings and 271 runs at Coolidge Cricket Ground. The Hurricanes were bundled out for just 138 in the first innings, and honestly, it got worse for them from there. The story of the match for the Red Force has to be Amir Jangu, who went on to score his second first-class double hundred. Coincidentally, folks, the 200s he made in his first-class career, he has converted them to double centuries. Who would ever have thought that? And one thing is for sure, that youngster from St. James has pure class. And if I'm not mistaken, he did bat for almost 2 days. Furthermore, he wasn't just alone. He also had a right-hand man in Teron Sainz, who played a brilliant supporting hand. And one more thing I must add, Hines also reached his maiden first-class 100 in very quick time. That unbroken partnership allowed the Trinidad and Tobago Red Force to declare at a pulsating 507 for the loss of 5 wickets. The Hurricanes started their second innings needing 369 to make the Red Force bat again or save the game. But the Red Force bowling attack was simply unstoppable once again, as Jaden Seals, who set the tone very early, and then the likes of Kyrie Peer and Brian Charles came to the party and just capitulated, or should I say destroyed the Hurricanes batting lineup, finishing with 4 for 37 as the Hurricanes were skittled out for only 98. Justin Graves, the red ball specialist all-rounder, was the only one who showed any fight at all with a gritty 56 but was stranded at the end. In other matches, the Guyana Harpy Eagles begun its title defense with a 4-wicket victory over the Windward Islands Volcanoes over at the Sir Viv Richards Stadium in North Sound. The Volcanoes set the stage, posted 286, in their first innings, fueled by a brilliant 95 from Akeem August. Godakish Moti was the main standout for the Harpy Eagles, showing why he's one of the best spinners in the region currently in red ball cricket. Furthermore, he's a better spinner than Jamel Warrican and Versamy Pomal in my book at this point, finishing with figures of 6 wickets for 73 runs. In the second innings, the Volcanoes were restricted to 209, thanks to a century from Sunil Ambrose, who made 107, but it wasn't enough to stop the Harpy Eagles as Guyana chased down the target of 232, finishing on 233 for the loss of 6 wickets to secure a hard-fought 4-wicket victory at North Sound. Meanwhile, in Spanish Town, the Jamaica Scorpions took care of business against the Barbados Pride, shutting them out by 7 wickets. The Pride posted 348 in their first innings, but in response, the Scorpions posted 342, and at the end of the first innings, the Pride had a lead of just 6 runs. But the real drama started in the second innings as the Pride declared on 317 for the loss of 8. And I must also add that Kevin Wickham scored back-to-back hundreds in both innings. That set up what should have been, or should I say, that set it up a 4-day finish with Jamaica setting a target of 324. Most people thought that it was way too much for the Jamaica franchise to chase, but the Scorpions came out swinging as they chased it down in spectacular fashion, finishing on 326 for the loss of 3 wickets to win the match by 7 wickets, centuries from openers John Campbell and Kirk McKenzie. Also in other news, folks, today the CPL announced that the St Vincent and the Grenadines will host matches for the first time this summer in CPL history. The 13th edition of the biggest party in sport will bowl off right there at the Arnorsville Stadium on the 7th of August with the debut of the Jamaica Kingsmen against the Antigua and Barbuda Falcons. Coincidentally, the Antigua franchise used to own the Jamaica franchise before handing it back to the CPL in 2023. Saturday, the 8th of August, will see the St Kitts and Nevis Patriots take on the 5-time champions, the Trinbago Knight Riders, my beloved Trinbago Knight Riders. So all of my friends, family, and diehard TKR fans out there globally, please set the date one time on their calendars as the title defense starts the second Saturday in August, as they'll be taking on the 2021 winners, the Patriots. And on Sunday, the 9th of August, the Falcons will be back in action against the 2024 champions, the St. Lucia Kings. There have been rumors circulating that the Jamaica franchise want to bring Andre Russell, Rothman Powell, and Brandon King into their setup once draft time comes on. And this year's draft apparently is a mega draft. And I was having a conversation with one of my ladies from school back in September of last year, and she was telling me it's okay for teams themselves to try different strategies. I don't know how it's going to work out, but fingers crossed, as what she always likes to say. One thing I do know for a fact is that Jamaica will be hosting the second leg of the 2026 campaign, which happens to take place the week of Jamaica's Independence Day. Once more information comes on with the schedule somewhere along the line, I will break it down for you guys. And I would like to also add one more thing one time. since there's the return of the Jamaica franchise, not only I'll be supporting my beloved TKR alone, but I'm also going to be throwing my support for the new Jamaica Kingsmen franchise, although the Kingsmen franchise are having a rough time in the Pakistan Super League. I'm not here to talk PSL, it's just my take. So, folks, that's going to do it for this edition of the Cricket Rockstar Show. I cannot believe we have already made 46 episodes of this show since launching back in October, November of 2025. One thing I would like to do is build a team of diehard cricket fans. It could be friends, it could be teachers, even those who all love the glorious game of cricket. As you know, the sport continues to trend all the time with more franchise league tournaments, shorter formats, you name it. But one thing is for sure, Test cricket and one-day cricket is still the purest formats of the game. T20 is hit and miss entertainment, while T10 is rubbish. Till next time, my dear friends, family, and followers, always check in with one another to see if they're okay. Life is very short, and there's no time for fussing and fighting. Bye-bye for now. Catch you in the next episode.